suggesting clause. "Time to go to work. You won't let me get killed, will you?" Jaina let her eyes widen. "Is that what I was supposed to be doing here?" she asked in droll tones. "I should have brought my lightsaber." The Bothan offered a long-suffering sigh and turned toward the exit. They descended the shuttle's boarding ramp. With no duties required of her other than to keep alert and to be the Jedi face at this preliminary meeting, Jaina was able to stand back and observe. She was struck with the unreality of it all. The niece and daughter of three of the most famous enemies of the Empire during the First Galactic Civil War of a few decades earlier, she was now witness to events that might bring the Galactic Empire, or Imperial Remnant, as it was called everywhere outside its own borders, into the Galactic Alliance on a lasting basis. And at the center of the plan was the man, flanked by Imperial officers, who now approached the Bothan. Slightly under average size, though towering well above Jaina's diminutive height, he was dark-haired, with a trim beard and mustache that gave him a rakish look, and was handsome in a way that became more pronounced when he glowered. A scar on his forehead ran up to his hairline and seemed to continue as a lock of white hair from that point. He wore expensive but subdued black civilian garments, neck to toe, that would be inconspicuous anywhere on Coruscant, but stood out in sharp relief to the gray and white uniforms, white armor, and colorful Alliance clothes surrounding him. He had one moment to glance at Jaina. The look probably appeared neutral to onlookers, but for her, it carried just a twinkle of humor, a touch of exasperation that the two of them had to put up with all these delays. Then an Alliance functionary, notable for his blandness, made introductions. "Imperial Head of State, the Most Honorable Jagged Fell, may I present Senator Tierg Draley of Bothui, head of the Senate Unification Preparations Committee." Jagged Fell took the senator's hand. "I'm pleased to be working with you." "And delighted to meet you. Chief of State Daala sends her compliments and looks forward to meeting you when you make planetfall." Jag nodded. "And now, I believe protocol insists that we open a bottle or a dozen of wine and make some preliminary discussion of security, introduction protocols, and so on." "Fortunately about the wine, and regrettably about everything else. You are correct." At the end of 2 full standard hours, Jaina knew from regular surreptitious consultations of her chrono, Jag was able to convince the senator and his retinue to accept a tour of the Galatpelion. He was also able to request a private consultation with the sole representative of the Jedi Order present. Moments later, the gray-walled conference room was empty of everyone but Jag and Jaina. Jag glanced toward the door. "Security seal. Access limited to Jagged Fell and Jedi Jacen Solo. Voice identification activate." The door hissed in response as it sealed. Then Jag returned his attention to Jaina. She let an expression of anger and accusation cross her face. "You're not fooling anyone, Fell. You're planning for an Imperial invasion of Alliance space." Jag nodded. "I've been planning it for quite a while. Come here." She moved to him, settled into his lap, and was suddenly, but not unexpectedly, caught in his embrace. They kissed urgently, hungrily. Finally, Jaina drew back and smiled at him. "This isn't going to be a routine part of your consultations with every Jedi." No. That would cause some trouble here and at home. But I actually do have business with the Jedi that does not involve the Galactic Alliance. At least not initially." "What sort of business?" "Whether or not the Galactic Empire joins with the Galactic Alliance, I think there ought to be an official Jedi presence in the Empire. A second temple, a branch, an offshoot, whatever, providing advice and insight to the head of state." "And protection?" He shrugged. "Less of an issue. I'm doing all right. 2 years in this position and not dead yet. Emperor Palpatine went nearly 25 years. I guess that makes him my hero." Jaina snorted. "Don't even say that in jest. Jag, if the Remnant doesn't join the Alliance, I'm not sure the Jedi can have a presence without Alliance approval. The Order still keeps its training facility for youngsters in Hapen space, and the Hapens haven't rejoined." "You sound annoyed. The Hapens still giving you trouble?" "Let's not talk about that. Besides,